think.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's my sparkly tambourine because 2 seconds. Happy birthday, Vanessa! Belated birthday! Hey, you turned the big 6-0. Go ahead, girl. Handle it because you look fabulous.
Your hair looks really, I really love that color. Did you change the color?
Well, the sun.
The sun?
Yeah, it's a lot. I got it done before I left, and there's a lot of sun. So yeah,
I like it.
Look it up. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen here. We've got Vanessa for a little bit, so we're gonna just jump right into it. Married at First Sight, Nashville. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start with Vanessa's favorite couple. That's who you want to I've deemed as Vanessa's favorite couple, Aris and Jasmine.
Well, I was going to start off with the body paint because that was a little bit the body paint with Shaq. That was
please let's discuss it.
Like, why go with the whole, like, aren't you supposed to paint like a design or something?
Okay. All right.
And here's my sexy thing. Is that a sexy activity?
It's like
to like
they've done it before.
He read it wrong because I was watching it and I was like, bruh, like the body paint, that's like an intimate thing. Like, I'm not going to go and change into my unmentionables and then stand on the table and be like, and let you paint me. Like, I'm like, it should be both of us and our little unmentionables and I'm gonna and a ooh and a ooh and then a ooh and then right to the lips and let's get to the bed and kick the camera crew out and let's roll.
They did do the strawberry whipped cream thing toward the end, so that finally we see a kiss, which, Jesus. Hallelujah. But,
was it me? Is it just me? Or was that awkward AF? Because he literally the whipped cream in her mouth and then he put the strawberry in his mouth and he went and I was like, oh, Shaq a little bit. Like, he just went and he was like, ha. And then all of a sudden he did it again.
He's got to now because if she wants him to be aggressive and kiss her, that's what he's got to do. She doesn't want him to be like, can I kiss you? Or I don't either. I do not like her.
It's very weird because she says, I want to be in it. I want him to be, my partner and I want him to understand me. But she's saying things and I'm just not, is she feeling them? I'm not getting her. I'm not getting her at all. And I don't think he wants her anymore.
Yes. I don't think so either.
I don't think he does.
He doesn't smile at all. He looks at her and just, you read that he's kind of out.
Yeah, he definitely, for me, I think that he's definitely checked out. And she just seems like when she was talking about her business, remember we were all saying, like, does she really have a job?
And she wanted him to pay for pushing out the babies or something. She's, like, you buy the house, I'll push out the babies.
Yeah, but then yesterday she was, I saw it this morning. She was talking about him helping her with her, like, logo and everything at the table. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I get it. You get him involved in your stuff. I just don't get her and him together anymore. And
wait a minute. She wanted him to do everything. Like, if you gonna start your own business with your own brand, you got to bring some type of imaginary to the table. Like, she's just like, oh, I was thinking you can help me with my logo. And he just gets out his little journal and he starts I like that. And she was getting all flustered and whatever. And then she's like, but can you do my website too? It's like, I'm like, boo-boo. Like, you start your own business. Do you not have like the basics? How do you not have like the basics of a website or a website period and a logo, a brand logo period? And then if you meet somebody that is talented, that has that creative side to them and say, hey, this is what I've done. Can you see me improving on it, or can you improve on it? No, she's like, okay, you can do it. And then she's sitting there like, oh, that makes me, I'm attracted to him on that. And I'm just like, you's a lazy ass. You just want him to do everything, including buying your house while you push out babies.
And then she was upset about him not kissing her on the forehead when he wasn't, the one day that he wasn't feeling. And so I was like, you know what? Just stop. Yeah, I think he's over it. I think he's done.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper called that. She said the kissing on the forehead's got to stop. You need to move on. He's like, that's creepy right now. Yeah.
Yes, it is. At this point, your wife.
Yeah.
You kiss your child on the forehead, right? I mean, I don't have no children, but I'm thinking if I had like a 10-year-old or something, I'd be like, come here, baby. Mwah. Have a good day at school. I don't want my man kissing me on the forehead. No. Yeah, and not kissing me nowhere else. Problematic.
All right.
But they did it though.
I have nothing else.
They did it. They did it.
I got to make sure. I got to look at my notes real quick before we
did. Pepper was better in this episode.
Yeah, they had sex.
You think so?
They had sex that night. Yeah, it was confirmed. Kirsten and Shaq.
Yeah, but not yet. Well, they had sex, but it wasn't.
They consummated the relationship. I think it was that night.
The next week. Yeah.
Right. But they had sex that night.
Oh, that's very shocking.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told y'all though, she needed somebody. Did I not say this twice already? She needs a dude that's going to be like, because she wanted that aggressive brother, that alpha man that's going to be like, come here, girl.
She needed some.
It's not because he doesn't care. It's because he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I know.
And there's no desperation because he's such a nice guy and trying to please her. Now he doesn't give a fucking shit about her. Now he's like, okay, I'll paint you.
Yeah, I'll just use her. I'll use her as a canvas and just get my brush out and,
And Chris, back to what you were saying, and Vanessa and me too, about him kind of like checking out. When you go back and you listen to him on Keisha Knight Pulliam's show, you can see he left hints that he was really done with her, from his interviews. I don't think going forward, it's going to be her chasing him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're probably right. I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I got on Kirsten and Shaq. So let's just slide right over to Vanessa. Who do you want to go to next?
We can do Eris and Jasmine. I'm trying to think. Dr. Pepper was talking about her background, how she never saw her parents fight, and that, so she seems like she had a nice middle class, normal household, didn't have to experience a lot. So she's not really used to going deep where he is kind of, but again,
is he?
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
From the beginning, I said about Eris, he is terrified. He's scared to be close to someone, and he even said it on the thing because everyone has died on him. He's afraid to be close to anyone afraid of losing them. And that's why he's not, that's why he's still in it. And that's why he's still, this way, because he knows that she would be good for him and all that kind of stuff. But he's afraid to connect. That's why he's never been in love. That's why he's never been married. All that stuff. It's out of fear. I'm telling you, it's out, because there's nothing wrong with that woman's body. Because when she was at the first 1 month date thing, I was like, okay. I was like, it can't be just an ass that he keeps talking about. But he is terrified. He is terrified of connecting with someone because he's holding on to his friend that died when he was younger, that left him, and his father that abandoned him too. He's worried about someone he loves being gone. I called it from the beginning. I'm telling you, it's fear.
I still don't believe it, sir. I don't think he's attracted to her. And
I know. But I think there's sorry. Go ahead.
He talks the way he was talking this time. I was like, Shahida, just accept him for what he's saying. But I just can't, because I just feel like if he had an ounce of attraction to her, he would still have sex with her.
That
You know
part.
what I mean? What does having sex have to do with being feeling like you're going to be abandoned? He had sex with
Because
everybody else.
it's his intimacy. It's intimacy. She's done all. He says she's done all the things to him. She would be there for him. She would take care. She took care of him. All this kind of stuff. That's the one thing that if she puts it on him, he's done. He's done, and he knows.
Don't want
I'm
it.
telling you.
He don't want it.
I know he doesn't want it but that's the reason why he doesn't want it is because he's like, because there's no reason why he should be sleeping. There has to be some reason why he hasn't just fucked her, even had all these one night stands, this and the other, and she wants to sex with him. Why isn't he fucking her? It can't be just not attracted to her. It can't be. It cannot be just not attracted to her. It's his wife, and she looks good. She don't have a big ass or whatever, but fuck her anyway. She wants to be. I know, but according to him is what I'm saying. I think it's purely fear of him being intimate and really getting in. He's married to her, but he's afraid. He's afraid because if she puts it on him, he's done, and he doesn't want to feel done. He wants to be in control of his emotions and his intimacy and all that kind of stuff. That's why there's no reason why he shouldn't be fucking her. I'm trying to find a reason for besides not being attracted to someone. Anyway, for a man. I mean, we've seen the women who are not attracted to the men saying, I don't want to fuck him, but I haven't seen a man say, I don't want to fuck my wife.
That's what I'm saying. Or a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a girl, right. So there has to be something more than just the attraction. It has to be. Go ahead, Miss.
No, he's admitted he's a freak, basically, with the orgies and not getting enough and, going to bed with somebody right before, so his sexual drive, his persona, which he loves to talk about, and that's what he wears as his shield of, being a big man, 39, whatever. Did he not want to give that up? And is he's faking us out like Dominic and, did you really not want it? What were you expecting out of it? If you continue to lead with, you haven't done any of that. Well, he's judging her for not being the freak and that he is. So I don't know whether that fear, I don't know where that fear comes in from him dealing with somebody who's kind of, I don't want to say she's a prude, but she's no, what? Go ahead.
Listen, again, I'm going to go back to the experts on this because why wasn't this conversation had, Pepper and Cal? You got this man on here that is obviously still reeling off of the loss of his murdered father, his best friend that killed himself, his other college friend that got hit by a car and died or whatever the hell, and everybody close to him apparently just dies. That's 3 whole ass red flags right there. Like, I'm not going to introduce you. Like, we all are friends. I'm not going to introduce you to a friend of mine. He could be the best thing since sliced bread. But if he's got all these issues, I'm going to be like, bro, before I introduce you or we make this little connection, you're going to have to figure that shit out. You're going to get some help and work through that. Because what you're not going to do is marry somebody with all that shit. And then you're going to come into the process after the fact and say, well, he just ain't feeling her. Because if she had that big old Megan Thee Stallion booty, he would be all over her like white on rice and in love with her.
I still don't think so. I still don't think he would. I think he would. I think he'd find a reason. He'd find something, another reason not to. It can't be just the ass. There has to be something else besides him not just being attracted to her, for him not to just fuck her. There has to be something else.
Why are you there?
I think it's his.
Why is he there?
Exactly. That's why is he there in the first place? But going back to what the experts say, maybe if he's forced to be in this marriage situation and has to deal with his emotions and dealing with therapists like this, and has a woman who's willing to deal with him and this kind of stuff, that's his only shot. That's what I think. That's what they thought that they could do with this situation. It's like, oh, he's almost there, but he's a little broken. And if I can find a queen that he wants, and this, that, and the other, and put them together because she really wants it and she's attracted to him, they can put them together. Maybe it could work. He's just terrified because he should have slept with her already, and she wants to sleep with her.
But but you're saying too, I get it, he might be terrified. Let's give him that. But then you see how you are treating her. She's feeling insecure. He's actually just mind effing her because he's making her feel like she's not enough. And how many times do women always take what a man does as like, oh, I'm not enough. What can I do to change me? And she's like, she's done all this to get to a point where she loves herself, and here she is now in a marriage with a man who's not even feeling her. That's more hurtful.
And she
I agree with you.
It all came out when they got those little strips of questions. And he's asking her, and she's like, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that I didn't take it that she didn't care about telling him anything. I think it was she was at her point where she's like, why? I'm done. What? Why are we doing this? Like, why am I here? Why am I about to be vulnerable with you and answer these stupid ass questions? Right. I'm done. And it's not fair to her.
It isn't.
No,
and he should have never been all the friggin' people in this world. And you Lifetime, do better. You chose him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They did. And
agreed.
For somebody as nice and vulnerable as her, that's what makes me so angry, because she seems like a very nice person. And I get, when she said some way she's kind of sheltered, and it's like you can have street smarts and still be kind of sheltered from like people like Eris. All she's asking for you to do is try and be intimate with her, show her some affection the way she wants her husband. She's dreamed about this. He needs to walk away.
She said that.
He needs to walk away.
Yeah, she does. But I'm telling you, he's afraid. He's afraid of losing someone. He's afraid of being in love with her and losing her. He's afraid of being in love with her and being married to her and being in love and losing her. That's why he's never been in love. That's why that's why his father's pictures on his bedstand
and on his neck, on a necklace.
And on his neck.
Weird, but I digress.
So, Chris,
you
think that he's going to say no and make up an excuse because he's really never wanted to commit in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's going to say no, and the ass thing is just and also he does. I think he really does care about her and really likes her who she is, but he can't be the person that he needs to be for her. So he's trying to not sleep with her to kind of protect her to a certain extent. So that's why he made the rule of like, let's not sleep together. But even her mother was like, you never know what's going to happen. Why don't you fuck my daughter? You should fuck my daughter. He's like, I think he's really trying to, as he would look at it, protect her from him because he can't handle it. He can't handle that shit. He can't handle it.
What was worse? Did he invite them? I know it's all part of the show, but even having that conversation with the mother, that's game playing to me. That's manipulative. If you don't really have any interest, you're pretending or you're afraid of something, you're not going to actually make any steps to get over that. So why involve other people? Why involve that girl's family?
And she was down for it. She's like, I feel Eris is really opening up. I'm like, what do you think? He won't see. I was like, stop, woman, stop. You're making it worse. And he's just like,
no, that's on him. That's on him, because what he did was invited her mother over there to have a conversation. All right. And then he made it seem like he's the communicative one. Mm-hmm. Well, and all he had was that question day that he asked her questions and she was dismissive of it. Mm-hmm. And then he brought her mama into the mix and was like, I feel like I opened up. One time, motherfucker, you opened up about your dead best friend, your dead college roommate, and your murdered daddy. And now all of a sudden, you're the most communicative motherfucker on the planet. Shut your damn mouth. I was screaming at the TV. And then he brings her mother into it and then starts talking to her mother like, I'm the one that's doing all the communication. How can I get Jasmine to give me, I need her to give me more. I need her to talk to me more. Bro, you ain't did shit since day one.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean.
No,
I
you're
just,
right. No, you're right.
that
You're
couple,
right.
I'm
You're exactly
telling
right.
you, I am Team Jasmine all the way, and my heart is just, my blood pressure's up, and I worry for Jasmine because I don't need another Paige and Chris incident. And this dude is straight mind fucking her, and he's
No.
gaslighting everybody.
He
And I don't
fucked
like
her.
it.
He fucked her. Then that would be like Chris and Paige. I'm Team Jasmine too. I'm Team Jasmine too, but I think Eris he's just can't get out of his own fucking way because he's terrified or whatever. But
Again, you're
he's trying
39
to-
years old. Grow the fuck up. Go get some therapy before you decide you want to get married.
Well, why would he even be in the show? Why?
With the
Yeah,
experts.
Yeah, why would he even be on the show? I don't understand. Why would you even put him on the show, or why would he be like, I want to go and get married? I think he thought it was the only way for him to be in a situation where he's forced to be married and forced to deal with in a relationship and all that kind of stuff. And then he realized that once he got in, he's like, I still can't do it. I'm still not ready. And I got to find an excuse not to fuck her. And now he's like, well, he's just all over the fucking place. But I think he's fucking terrified.
Look at her.
And as the experts, why don't you ask these people? Because we're all of a certain friggin' age at this point in our lives. All of us have experienced some traumatic experiences in our life, whether it be familial, with our families, with our spouses, with our children, with our jobs, whatever the fuck. And it's like, give me some traumatic experience that have happened in your life and how you overcame that. But based on your answer, as the psychologist, I'm gonna be like, I don't think they're really over that.
Right.
I wonder if they even ask questions about trauma in the interview.
Well, if they don't, they should.
No,
Come on, Lifetime. Hire my black ass. Listen, hire my black ass. I will throw some street psychology on all of them.
There would be no one on the show if you're in trouble. Oh, no. Fix your teeth, girl. What about you? Lose some weight, girl. What about you? Straighten your attitude out, man.
That's right.
There'd be one person on there married, a person unmarried themselves.
Basically. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for them.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
Vanessa, what we working with? We good for now?
We're good. Let's move on to
Gina. That's fucking.
I love me some Clint now. I'm sorry. And again, it makes me next week. But I like Clint's
I do not like Gina.
personality. Clint has got a little like quirky personality, and he's got some zingers. Like when you're talking to him and you ask him a question, he's like, he like drills him out there, and I'm like, I like you. I like me some Clint.
She don't.
He does talk a lot.
Not at all.
Huh?
Yeah,
they both talk a lot.
He does.
He talks a lot, so he'll ask her a question and then talk about his stuff too. So he needs to let her have a little bit of air to explain her whatever her feeling is.
She has no feeling.
She was mean. I mean, the way she was rolling her eyes, she did not appreciate him at all. I was like, she had the total stink face. The total stink face. I get what she's saying, and I got what he was saying to a point too, because if you really want to know about me, ask about me. But her saying, well, and then him saying, well, you should just offer up that information to me, because it would seem more natural or whatever. That's not how it works. You do have to ask people about themselves.
No, she wanted specific questions as opposed to tell me about something in your childhood. And that was enough for him. She wanted to tell me about a traumatic event in your childhood that happened when you were 10. Or that he's trying to guess. He's throwing softballs. At least he's throwing something out there. And she's not receiving any of it. She's like, well, you have to be more specific. He's like, how the fuck am I more specific do you want me to be? I think that's what his problem was about. Because he's asking her things, but she's like, oh, I don't know. It's just. And when she opened up about, her family or the parents being divorced and this and the other, I don't know. I don't like her. Go ahead. Sorry.
She does seem like a typical abandoned person. She's, she does seem like she has those traits of like a woman that has been abandoned, and she doesn't know how to. I don't know why at this point, but she doesn't seem like she knows how to really relate and open up to any man, not just him.
Right.
Both Gina and Kirsten had that same thing of, you should know what I'm thinking about. Like, I can't read your mind. You should be able to. That's how can you serve anybody or be in a relationship? Well, you should have known. Well, I should have had to tell you that. How do I know?
And they're both too old.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kirsten and Gina.
And I feel like he's trying. I really feel like he's trying. He's at least trying to have some sort of. If they both know that the marriage is not going to work, but at least I feel like he's at least making an attempt and being funny with the dog about the dog, and the dog likes him, and she's just like, I'm not. You're a ginger. Just stay out of my ginger face. Stay out of my face.
At the end of the day, they're just buddies. They're friends. Yeah. And Gina is going to, and as long as Clint is okay with it and doesn't put his foot down, Gina is going to ride that wave to get more clientele into her business, because she's opening up her new brick and mortar. And when this is over and she tells him no, or he tells her no, or they both amicably say, yeah, we're just better off as friends, she is going to make a hell of a lot of bank, because she's going to have people coming in there just so they can see her and get their hair did. She knew what she was doing. Clout.
I don't see why. She doesn't seem like a fun person. She's just very dull.
But not a goddamn. She needs a stylist, because that shit she be wearing out in public is fucking. Him too.
Does too. His beard. I love a man with a beard, but I'm like, please go to a brother and have him just shape it. Fix it up. His hair, everything.
His wife is a salon. Why hasn't his wife? Why hasn't, even if they were friends, why was she like, you know what? Let me hook you up with, I got a person in our shop that will cut the fuck out of your hair and just make you look. Give me that chance. She's like, I don't care how you look. You have orange hair all over my floor. I don't want it.
And the fact that even though her style of dress is tragic, like the fact that you let your man, when they went the last episode, when they went on that hillbilly or redneck bus tour, and your man comes out the bedroom before we leave to go on this hillbilly redneck bus tour, and you are wearing those khaki shorts, that janky ass Jamaica t-shirt that you've been wearing the entire honeymoon, and those god awful cowboy boots, and then the big giant, stereotypical cowboy hat and the denim jacket. I was like, bruh, like that was the moment I knew Gina gives zero fucks about this brother, because if I thought he was attractive and I cared about him a little bit, he ain't walking out in them streets embarrassing me. No, brother. No, boo-boo. We're going to have to go back in the room, and you're going to have to put on
the same way. I don't think she knows any difference, because she's wearing the same type of stuff.
Yeah.
So she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know how to say, "Oh, that looks good. Why don't you put the Jamaica shirt on that we have?"
Yeah, she was horrible this episode. She was really bad.
She was giving
this episode.
She was serving
every episode,
and I liked it.
It was some mad side eye.
I liked it. So I guess we could save, in honor of our queen Vanessa, we can save the best for last.
Yeah. Oh God,
Chris.
Oh yeah. She talks about.
That's why I pulled out my lighter, because it came up. Cigarette Gate came up again and again and again in this episode, and she needs to retire that shit.
Yeah,
she's so sad. I don't even know how she got to that when she was telling that story about the shame and her when her mother asked her about the cigarette butt and how she just kind of like lied it off. I felt for her. I mean, she's a nice girl. I don't know. How old is she? Because I'm talking to her like she's like maybe in her 20s, and I'm like, she's a nice girl. I want things to work out for her.
Yeah, I don't even know how old Nicole is. I think she's got to be like 30-ish.
I thought she was like 30. Yeah, I thought she was.
So she's like 30, like when I say 30-ish, I mean like early 30s, not like 29 or I think she's like 31, maybe 32, 33. And I'm sorry, God forgive me, but every time I see Nicole, when it comes to her workout shit, I think of Jim Carrey on In Living Color when he showed up as that German bot with the two little ponytails up like this. Every time I see her, I'm just like, oh,
that Tanya, that is
I know I'm going to hell with gasoline draws on, and it's okay.
Because now I saw what you guys have been talking about her shape when she was in the gym. I didn't realize how muscular the top was. I mean,
32
arms, huh?
32.
She's 32.
She's 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's got pectorals that a man would kill his mama for. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
Was her father in this episode? Was it the father came in this episode, right?
Yeah, he was. And I like that conversation that he had with Chris. Yeah. Does anybody feel like he's holding back a little? I mean, he wants to be in, but he's holding back a little, Chris?
Yes.
You think
so? I don't think he's into her. I think he's just riding the wave. I think he's riding the wave and he's excited that she really, really likes him. The whole clingy thing is too much for me. Like when they saw Peppa and she was sitting there next to him. I've just never been that person. So for me, it's just weird that I can love you and sit next to you, but I don't need to be intertwining our arms together and, do this whole finger clasp thing and tapping on your knee as we're talking. Boo-boo, I'm with you. You're with me. We good. There's a time and a place for that, like in the bedroom with some whipped cream and strawberries and body paint. Thank you.
I think
you're not doing the Meghan Markle that she's all over Harry all the time. Meghan is always up on Harry. Like
Vanessa, I like you. Please don't talk about my girl.
Oh boy,
she's clingy. She's very clingy.
But you're right though. You're right, Vanessa, because she's always. It's like you're sitting next to him, and it's like the hand or the arm. He's just trying to be comfortable, and you got your arm like octopus around his other arm, and then you got the hand on the knee, and then every time he talks, you're like this. Boo-boo, slow your roll. Like, I'm not 20. We're not 20 anymore. This isn't like puppy love where like my first boyfriend out of high school, I was like, yay, I love you. I did that shit when I was like 16, 17. Now I don't give a shit. Don't touch me.
I don't remember with you with your boyfriend like that.
We weren't even like that. That's right, Shahida, because we was in high school. And when we went to prom, I didn't even want to slow dance with his ass because my black ass don't know how to slow dance. And we did the whole
two-step
holding hands. Terrible, but I digress. But yeah, cigarette gate.
Yeah, enough.
He's not opening up as much as she is. So it makes me nervous, even though I still believe they're gonna stay together. I don't know. He has a wall up.
Yeah.
Nobody
else. And that wall is as a man. I'm not a man. So Chris, feel free to chime in. As a man, do you want, it's nice to feel loved and wanted.
But he needs
I like that. Instead of having someone like, it's too much. Instead of having someone like all on me, I love him. I love being around him. He's great. He's this, that, and the other thing, or she's great, this, that, and the other. I would be turned off immediately because give me something to like fight for. Like I like the thrill of the chase. Yeah. Like I like the thrill of the chase. Like, he might give me a little attitude on Monday and I'll be like, is he not? Like he mad at me, he's not feeling me. Now it's like a thrill for me. Like now I gotta go make sure that I look a little pretty, a little sexy. And I'm like, hey boo, make you some dinner. Hi, doo-doo, what you want to do? Da, da, da. If I know that you're gonna just always look at me and be like, I love you. Oh, I love you.
Well, you gotta remember, it's the same for both of them. She's used to being abused and having no one give a shit about her. And he's used to chasing and no one giving a shit about him. And now you have two that it's almost too much. It's almost because she's just like this, and he's like, "Oh, you're not going to reject me at all," and she's like, "Oh, you're not going to burn me at all." It's like a whole thing that they won't go beyond. They don't. They're so used to the other way that they don't even know where to go, even though it should be.
Horrible.
Bruh, you got me fucked up right now. That's some funny shit.
No, but I'm serious because they're both he's so used to not being appreciated and chasing and them treating him like shit. And she's used to having men treat her like shit. So you have two people who want what they want, but are so used to being treated like shit. They're not comfortable with someone treating them like, you like me all the time. Even when she was like, I want him to not do everything, when he said, I don't want him to do everything just for me. And he's like to her, he's like, I don't want her to just not like me and, be afraid of when I don't. What did he do? Something with his dogs so he doesn't change his sheets, remember? Or the laundry or whatever? Remember he said
he doesn't wash his sheets on a regular.
Yeah, so they and probably the woman he dated before was like, "You nasty motherfucker, you don't wash." And he's like, "Okay, I'll wash them up." They both need the same things, but they're just no. It's not a good dynamic, really. Even though I think they will stay together out of.
But you don't think they're good? You don't think they're good dynamic? You don't think they're a good dynamic?
I think it should be, but I don't think there's any resistance on either one of them. There's no resistance on even. There's no resistance from either one of them. She needs someone to be a little more. No, don't do that. And he needs someone to be a little more like, "Oh, you're not going to chase me." They both need that because they're used to it, even though they were both in incredibly abusive situations. Mm-hmm. They still have to have the flavor of just something a little bit. Does that make sense? As opposed to soup and crackers, it's like soup and soup, and they're trying to put the soups together. And like, you need some textures, you need something else in there to break it up. Does that make sense?
You need some noodles. Some noodles and meetballs in that bitch. I think he's gonna say no. I think he's gonna say no. Listen, I could be wrong, but I literally assess this man's face every episode, and he says what he's supposed to say. Mm-hmm. He gives her what she wants verbally. And I mean, the honeymoon, what it was, the first month anniversary thing, he knocked it out the box with the helicopter ride and all of that. He does what he's supposed to do, but I think he's just going through the motions. And I think when it comes down to decision day, I think he's going to have a realization and be like, do I want to deal with this for the rest of my life? Nope. And he's going to say no.
I don't think he would want to hurt her feelings. I think he would much rather take the sword of not being what he wants and still say yes to spare her feelings. Just like I think he's going to say yes. I think he's going to say yes, and even though it's not going to work out.
Like Tanya, when you say you've noticed his face, I've been paying attention to his face too and his expressions, and I just don't think he's an expressive person. Like he just has just a kind of a blank look.
But I don't trust people like that. Huh? And do you trust people like that? Because I can't trust you if you're just sitting there talking to me, having a whole ass conversation, and we have a rapport together, and you giving me that blank dead ass stare. No, I can't trust you. I'll have a conversation with you, but then I'm out the door. No. You got to have some expressions. And we as Black folks, and she's an Italian.
Right. His energy level really doesn't match hers. And like I said, he's not as expressive as her, but I do think that he's really into her. I think that he likes that, okay, I found somebody that is like really into me. He just is not expressive about it.
We'll see. I don't know. What do you think, Vanessa?
I gotta jump off, but I do think that he's like Kirsten, like sometimes you can't read. It's so blank. You're like, what are you thinking? What is it? So, but I do agree with Chris. I think that he wouldn't want to hurt his feelings. If they get divorced right after that or whatever, if they agree or whatever. But I think that they'll want to be the heroes of the show, the one couple that actually makes it work. And and he wants kids, and she was like, maybe if
That's a
she's
big
like,
thing.
start having kids now, and he wants a ton of kids. If she's willing to do that, I think he'll be in.
And how come they haven't had that conversation again? Because that's a big one. Why would you wait?
Maybe we just haven't. Maybe we just haven't seen it.
We'll keep talking, but let Vanessa. Thank you for coming on.
Okay.
And we'll see you hopefully next week.
Okay.
Bye, babe. Oh,
damn, that sun did something to her hair. It looks so nice.
Right? I'm a little hating right now.
I need to
look at my burn.
No, I don't see any difference.
Oh my God, look at your head. Oh, look at that. Why did you not put no sunblock on there?
I'm black. I don't put a sunscreen.
And now you got dry balls on your head.
Looking like you got Oh no, let me not say nothing because I don't want Jada.
Keep your name.
You keep his name out your motherfucking mouth. Did y'all have anything else to add about these couples? Because I got another gripe with Lifetime.
I will say that this is the only thing I got to say about the whole show in general. They need to step their game up because MAFS UK, with their older couples, with their gay couples, with their lesbian couple, it's variety.
Listen.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
I literally had to pause it. I am like almost at the end of the latest episode, and I had to pause it to get on this. Listen to me when I tell you 8 couples, a gay male couple, a lesbian couple, older couples, people in their 50s. And my gripe that I think I've said before is these honeymoons, though, USA needs to step their game up with these motherfuckers. Wait, where's my phone? Because I have to take this. The Maldives. Hold on. We got the Maldives.
Well, that's Europe, though. That's Europe.
I don't care. We deserve that too. We deserve something better than Mexico and Jamaica.
But that's domestic. That's domestic. That's close. The Maldives and those things are much closer than.
They've
What season are you watching? Season 7.
It's the latest season. Season 7.
7.
All right.
They've got honeymoons. Iceland, the Maldives, South Africa, Jamaica, Mexico. Meh. Mauritius. I might have said that wrong. And Bavaria. Mauritius, whatever. That's Africa, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's Bavaria. Like Bavaria. But I'm like, yo, these are the Maldives. These people got their own. The hater in me, I'm showing my hate right now because I'm like, y'all got your own little private little over the fucking water hut in the Maldives, yo. What the fuck? You gotta watch it.
That the experts on that show are no better than the experts we have on ours.
Basically.
Oh, okay.
Chris, I'm not gonna say anymore. You gotta watch it because what I would love to do is start off like before we, get into Married at First Sight Nashville. We gotta fucking ping on these UK folks. UK got their shit together. I like how the whole concept about how we don't go through this whole selection process where you start seeing people like on the USA one, you see people, they're interviewing people that didn't get selected. They literally start off with all these people, the girls showing up at their bachelorette party and the guys showing up at their bachelor party. So the couples have been picked. The people have been picked. And then the next episodes because there's so many couples, they're like, it's they do like experts sitting down talking about the first 4 couples. Like we've got the first couple up is ... and then it goes to like their hometown, shows what they do for a living, how their family life is, and then they don't go through that whole bullshit picking the wedding gown and the suit and all that dumb shit. It does go over them telling their parents that their family that they get married to a stranger. And then it goes right to the wedding. Lickety, lickety, lick. 30 minutes. We done went through 4 ass weddings. And then it went to the honeymoon. And then the next
I would like
episode.
to talk about it
was
because
2
there's a
months.
couple that I would love to hear both of y'all's.
There's only 4 episodes, so I'm gonna watch it.
7.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Is it? No, it's 7 episodes.
No, it's not. Not
Oh,
yet.
it's
It's only episode. We're on episode 4. Like I'm watching episode 4 right now.
I watched 7 episodes.
Girl.
I watched 7 episodes.
Man, at first sight. Oh, you're right. It is 7 episodes.
Okay.
7
is
and
it?
8 are no 7 and 8 are March 30th.
I watched
March 30th is-
1 through 7.
How did you watch it? On
Because the
Lifetime?
one that I'm watching now, it was like 2 episodes in one. It was like a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour episode,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Okay.
the lesbian couple just got married, and the black couple got married, and they're off to the Maldives.
But they had their honeymoon, right? So did you get to the end of the honeymoon, or was that in that episode? But maybe I read it wrong.
I'm not done with the episode yet. I had to pause it.
It says episode 1, season 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then episodes 7 and 8 are on March 30th. So where is the 5th and 6th? I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, you gotta figure that. I'm gonna go look at it after
I
this.
did see 5 and 6. Okay, I know. I know. I did.
I want to watch
Anyway,
without
it was
commercials
really
though.
good.
That's the only thing.
And a new Love Is Blind is on Netflix. So after I'm done with
Is it
UK,
really?
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm
Is it
gonna go
really
right
Love
to
Is Blind?
watch Love Is Blind. Yay!
Oh, they just had the last Love Is Blind just recently.
Yeah. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I
like a
got the
month ago.
notification. I got a notification that it was a new Love Is Blind, but it could possibly be. I didn't go to it on Netflix. It could possibly be like another extension of like the after Love Is Blind with the.
I think that's
couple.
what it is. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well,
All
look
right.
at here. It's been real. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
It's like 2 more hours to me.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week.